Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Money Guide, where we give you tips, tricks and practical guides to make money. There are many people, millennials especially, who are interested in starting their own business. The only problem is that many people are unsure of what kind of business to start. Many people believe starting a business is a mysterious process. They know they want to start a business, but they don't know the first steps to take. But before we get started, let's clear up one point. People always wonder if this is a good time to start their business idea. The fact is, there's never really a bad time to launch a business. It's obvious why it's smart to launch in strong economic times. People have money and are looking for ways to spend it, but launching in uncertain times can be just as smart. If you do your homework, presumably there's a need for the business you're starting. Because many people are reluctant to launch in tough times, your new business has a better chance of getting noticed. And depending on your idea, in a down economy, there is often equipment or even entire businesses for sale at bargain prices. Everyone has his or her own roadblock, something that prevents them from taking that crucial first step. Most people are afraid to start. They may fear the unknown of failure or even success. Others find starting something overwhelming in the mistaken belief that they have to start from scratch. They think they have come up with something that no one else has ever had before, a new invention, a unique service. In other words, they think they have to reinvent the wheel. But unless you're a technical genius, another Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, trying to reinvent the wheel is a big waste of time. For most people starting a business, the issue should not be coming up with something so unique that no one has ever heard of it, but instead answering the questions. How can I improve on this? Or can I do it better on differently from the other guy doing it over there? Or simply, is there market share not being served that makes room for another business in this category? Make sure you stay until the end, as you don't want to miss any of this information. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notices on so you don't miss any valuable content. There are several types of business. Here are a few. Number 1, service-based business. Service-based businesses allow you the freedom to leverage your skill and earn a profit. You can hone in on your passions, such as public relations or writing, while helping others. However, there's much more to the practice in designing an attractive website, networking, and tackling assignments. Service-based companies may be less conventional than others, but there are some major benefits of starting one. A business is a business, and starting your own company is no easy feat. You want to make sure you know exactly what you're getting into before jumping in. Entrepreneurs who have started service-based businesses weighed in on challenges and advantages, as well as the best practices for getting your company off the ground. Number 2, selling a product. Congratulations on developing a product. Now it's time to learn the methods of selling that will elevate your profit and earn your brand recognition. Selling is certainly an art form that requires many different tools and talents to get the job done. Identifying people who are interested in buying your product, also known as leads, represents only the first step. Convincing them to actually buy your product requires a forward-thinking marketing plan. Number 3, education content business. Starting your own educational learning center allows you to get involved with the business trend that is headed in the right direction. Starting an educational learning center also gives you the chance to make a difference in the lives of children every day. There is growing emphasis on students to improve and increase their education, and on adults to continue to improve their education. With this solid demand in the educational industry, you can launch a business either improving on skills or teaching brand new skills. If you have previous teaching experience, you can create and offer lessons to numerous parents who want their children to be homeschooled. There are a growing number of people looking to learn a new skill set or activity. If you have experience in anything from martial arts to carpentry, you can offer classes in your hobby. How to decide. What do you actually enjoy doing? Remember what you loved doing as a child. Often our truest passions emerge in childhood, only to be squelched by real-life pressures. So think about what you loved long before you had to worry about your career. Writing, science experiments, taking care of people, getting back in touch with those instincts is an important step in finding your passion. Eliminate money from the equation. If money were no object, what would you do? Would you travel, spend all of your time with your children? Would you start a charitable organization to help abused women? Of course, money can't be ignored, but don't let financial pressures dictate your choices. Your career should ultimately lead to financial security, but if financial security is a defining motivator, it's unlikely you'll end up doing what you love. Just do it. Ultimately, you won't really know what you love to do unless you actually bite the bullet. Until you give it a go, it's really just speculation. So whether you take a small step like signing up for class or you dive headfirst into entrepreneurship, roll up your sleeves and do it. You'll never know until you try. Number 2, shadow someone. Job shadowing involves spending time following a professional as they work. By observing the professional for anywhere from a few hours to several weeks, you can get a better understanding of their particular career. Job shadowing is a useful way to learn about a particular job of interest. Each job shadowing experience can be different. However, you typically will follow an employee and observe them parking in their day-to-day work. They might ask you to help with certain tasks as well. Depending on how long you'll shadow an employee, you might even learn skills critical to the job. Some employees will give you opportunities to ask questions throughout the day or at the end of the experience. Job shadowing can be useful in a number of ways, including helping you decide whether or not you'd enjoy and feel passionate about a job. You'll also find out if your skills match the career field of interest and whether your skills from school and other jobs might translate to this job. Because job shadowing is a short-term experience, it can be a great way to decide whether or not you want to pursue a particular career before applying for jobs or internships. Job shadowing also helps you develop contacts in your career field of interest. When shadowing someone who is competent in their field, you have the opportunity to gain a useful resource as you begin to seek and apply for jobs and internships. Number 3, establish your values and align your business with those. Great companies aren't just about sales and profit. They also have a clear company identity and stand for something. And we're not just talking about the external brand or perception of the company, but the identity of a company and its current and true state on the inside. The word identity can get really philosophical, but a simple way to think of a company's identity is its core values. And a company's core values can be described as a set of values that the whole organization not only acknowledges in places like the company's website and on standard company mission statement, but also actually lives and breathes through its people inside and outside of the company. Number 4, interview professionals. If and when you're afforded the chance to speak with your prospective co-workers, which hiring managers should encourage in the spirit of being transparent and helping to provide insight additional perspectives, there are a few specific questions you'll want to ask. Networking with peers is a great way to increase your visibility in your industry. Identifying leaders you respect and admire in your field and can help learn how to approach your career. Interviewing a mentor or industry leader you admire can lead to valuable insight for your own job trajectory. Seeking the wisdom of an industry mentor, leader, or long-term professional has tremendous value because not only will you learn about the person's specific job, but you'll also learn about the industry as a whole, learn how this person got where they are in the field, see if you would enjoy their work, and receive advice from industry experts on how to structure your own career goals. Number 5, join a business networking group. The best way to increase name recognition and overall success for your business is still to join business organizations and/or face-to-face business networking groups. It is especially important for small businesses trying to sell locally. Joining organizations or networking groups lets you interact with like-minded people who can be invaluable sources of information and support and send customers your way. Meeting other local business people face-to-face and thereby participating in your local community will do more to sell your sprockets or cleaning services than thousands of tweets. Membership in many online business groups is free, while many national business organizations offer sliding scale fees based on the size of your business. Local business organizations are often less expensive to join. For instance, currently it costs only $35 a year to belong to a local home-based business association. Now, there's a bargain. With all the benefits and opportunities that business organizations and business networking groups offer, the true question is how you can afford not to join at least one. Hopefully by now, the process of determining what business is right for you has at least somewhat been demystified. Understanding that business startup isn't rocket science. No, it isn't easy to begin with a business, but it's not as complicated or as scary as many people think either. It's a step-by-step common sense procedure, so take it a step at a time. First step, figure out what you want to do. Once you have the idea, talk to people and find out what they think. Ask, would you buy and use this and how much would you pay? Understand that many people around you won't encourage you, some will even discourage you, to pursue your entrepreneurial journey. Some will tell you they have been your best interests at heart. They just want you to see the reality of the situation. Some will envy your courage. Others will resent you for having the guts to actually do something. You can't allow these naysayers to dissuade you to stop your journey before it even begins. While you are here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there.